I'll leave it to the committee to discuss the schedule ahead, but I thought the testimony today was enormously powerful. We had, I think, good illustrations of the courageous public servants who stood up to the President of the United States, from Republican speakers of the House of Representatives in Arizona to the Secretary of State of Georgia to election workers whose lives were the subject of the most gruesome threats and were really upended. And I'm glad the American people got to see these courageous public servants, but also I'm glad they got to see the danger that the President's lies put elected officials in all around the country. What people need to understand is this elector plot was illegitimate from the start. It was all premised on a big lie about the election, a big lie that there was massive fraud. As Speaker Bowers testified, they were never presented with any evidence of this. And as Secretary Raffensperger testified, all of the claims that the President was making vis-a-vis the fraud in Georgia were simply false. So it was all built on the same big lie. And the idea that you could convene state legislatures or operate in the absence of state legislatures and appoint electors on the basis of a big lie was fraudulent and illegitimate from the start.
Mr. Chairman,
well, at the end of the day, we're dependent on the Justice Department if we move down the route with any witness of criminal contempt. So, we continue to consider what remedies we have with any recalcitrant witnesses, including members of the House of Representatives, and I don't have anything to announce on that subject today. Our responsibility at the end of the day is not a prosecutorial responsibility. That's for the Justice Department to decide. I think Judge Carter in California was right when he said that there is evidence that Donald Trump and his associates engaged in a plot to overturn the election that violated multiple criminal laws. I think there's sufficient evidence to open that investigation. Now, whether the Justice Department will conclude there's proof beyond a reasonable doubt, that'll be up to the Justice Department. Our role is different. Our role is to find the facts, to share them with the American people, and to prescribe remedies to keep our country safe. And as we saw today, one of the things that's necessary for us to keep the country safe is to put this big lie to rest, to restore people's confidence in our elections, to push back on the idea that whenever you lose an election that's somehow rigged and illegitimate, because that way goes the end of our democracy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Mr. Chairman.